Filters are basically just EQ. They cut frequencies, they boost frequencies, that's it. That's all a filter does. But what if a filter could also put your sound inside of a room? And that's exactly what Space does, one of the 30 algorithms inside Filterverse, and the most unconventional one. It's actually built from a reverb engine, but it behaves like a filter. And that one difference changes everything about how it sounds. I'm Chris from MusicbyChi. Polyverse have kindly invited me onto the channel to share some of my favorite techniques using the Space algorithm, and some of these go way beyond what a standard reverb can do. So Space sits in Filterverse's non-filters category. These are algorithms that use filter-like controls, but process sounds in completely unconventional ways. So before we get into it, here's what you need to know. The cutoff knob doesn't filter frequencies the way you'd expect. Instead, it controls the size of a reverb space. And it's flipped. Low cutoff means huge room, and high cutoff means small room. So forget everything you know about what hertz means on a normal filter. On Space, it's just telling you how big the room is. And as for the resonance, it doesn't necessarily ring a frequency. It feeds the reverb back into itself, adding decay, until the whole thing takes on a life of its own. It's a room that you can really fine-tune, and that's where it gets really interesting. So technique number one is melodic reverb. So here's the dry vocal we're gonna work with. In this technique, we're going to make the tail of the filter follow the pitch of a vocal, turning Space into a melodic echo that responds to every note. So now drop Filterverse on it and select Space. And remember, the cutoff isn't filtering the frequencies, it's sizing the room. The resonance controls your decay, but instead of just fading out, it feeds back into the room. Add some diffuse to control how the reflections are, and pre-delay sets how long before the room kicks in after the dry signal. Open the pitch detect modulation source, assign it to the cutoff, and keep the amount subtle around 20 to 30. And lastly, push the glide up so the transitions are smooth. This is what it sounds like with a 100% wet signal. And then taking the mix to around halfway. The vocal sits up front, dry and clear, and underneath it, Space is rendering the pitch of that vocal and creating a drifty, responsive echo that follows the melody. So you can just imagine how creative you can get with this. And a quick tip, if you really take advantage of that pre-delay on something like a lead vocal, it creates a really nice atmosphere that you can't quite recreate with a conventional reverb. And it's worth noting that Space as a straight-up vocal reverb with the tempo sync pre-delay works really nicely on lead vocals and definitely worth a shot. Here's a quick example.
I don't wanna keep on second guessing, 'cause guessing is useless. I don't wanna keep on second guessing, 'cause guessing is useless.
And the filtering here can just add such a nice atmosphere. Technique number two, rhythmic rooms. This is where Space stops being a static effect and starts becoming a rhythmic instrument. First, the synth. Open the sequencer and assign it to the cutoff via the pop-up slider. Space gives you preset patterns to choose from. Click through the pattern selector and find a strong starting point, then fine-tune the steps using the sliders. Here's the sample without the plugin. And then after applying those settings, here it is with. The room's flowing between positions. If you push the glide up to 30 to 40%, those transitions smooth out. It's almost like a tape simulator, but without the low-end noise. Another cool use for this is on percussive elements. Here it is before the plugin. Then with the cutoff and resonance at around halfway, and using the step sequencer to modulate the cutoff, this is what it sounds like. The room's now pulsing in time with your track, and rhythmically, it creates a really cool effect. With the step filter, every step is a different room. You could definitely print what you make here with the drums and make some really unique samples out of it. Technique number three, resonant crush. This is where people stop using Space as a filter and start using it as something else entirely. Try pushing the cutoff to around 5K, put the diffuse all the way down, and the resonance up to around 8 or 9. Here's the sample before the plugin. The room gets so small that the reflections start interfering with each other. The manual calls it flanger-like modulations. What you actually get sounds like a distorted guitar held up to the amp for feedback. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Add an envelope filter alongside the cutoff. The envelope removes the dynamics of your signal and moves the room in response. Every transient, every swell, the space reacts. And this really brings it to life. Technique number 4, tail drift. Most detune effects are obvious. They chorus, they waver, they call attention to themselves. Space does something completely different. The detune here isn't applied to the dry signal. It's applied to the filter tail itself. It drifts in pitch over time, but not randomly. There's an internal modulation mechanism that creates smooth clusters of pitch, almost like a synthesizer's detune, but applied to the acoustic space itself. And of course, a little goes a very long way here. Here's the example without. And then with. You really get that kind of underwater quality, almost like a synthesizer's detune, but applied to the acoustic space itself. And honestly, a little goes a long way here. Comparing with detune off, you can immediately hear what it adds. Technique number 5, the feedback riser. Here we're going to use Space's self-oscillation to build a riser from an existing sample. Put Space on the track, try pushing the resonance all the way up to 10. The reverb essentially starts feeding back on itself endlessly. It self-oscillates, and it's generating sound completely on its own. Now open the sequencer and open pattern 20, which is just a clean upward ramp. Assign it to the resonance and set the rate to match your bar length. I've got it set to 8 here. So here's the natural sample. And then after adding Filterverse, you essentially just built a riser from nothing. No samples, no extra plugins. This is basically Space feeding back into itself with a sequencer telling it when to peak. And using the dry wet to blend it in with your original signal can create a really unique effect on just about any synth sound. Technique number 6, low room gating. Gated reverb is a classic technique, but not like this. Drop Space onto your snare. Pull the cutoff all the way down to around 60 Hz. Now put a gate after it, sidechain from the snare. The pre-delay at a 30-second note keeps the snap of the snare intact before the room kicks in. Take it away and the attack disappears into the room immediately. So you might be wondering how this is different from a regular reverb. Most reverbs tend to add space above and around your source sound. Space at a low cutoff essentially adds weight underneath it. The space is so large that it's reinforcing the low end of the snare, and that's why it hits differently. It's not a reverb on a snare. It's a snare sitting inside a tuned room that blooms and gets cut off on every hit. Technique number 7, the spatial sweep. And finally, the most fundamental thing Space can do, and still one of the most powerful. Drop it on a vocal, the cutoff moderate to low, and the diffuse fairly high. Now automate the cutoff rising slowly over 4 to 8 bars. The room essentially shrinks in real time, and the sample just gradually comes forward. You're not automating dry wet like everyone does, you're moving the room itself around the vocal. On a normal reverb, you're just making the same space smaller. But on Space, every position of that cutoff is a fundamentally different character. Cathedral to chamber to room, all in a single knob.
I don't wanna keep on second guessing, 'cause guessing is useless. I don't wanna keep on second guessing, 'cause guessing is useless.
You can really hear this leading into a drop. The room's tightening, vocals getting closer, and the tension's really building. And then the drop hits, no extra plugins, just a room becoming smaller. So Space works because it doesn't try to be a reverb or filter. It's genuinely both, and it uses that to do things neither can do alone. The cutoff tunes the room, and the resonance really makes it sing. And honestly, everything in between is yours to explore. Of course, there's a lot more under the hood than what we covered today, and if you want to go deeper, don't forget to check out the links below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out this one over here. I think you'll really enjoy it.